If you're looking to escape a society that feels corrupt or manipulative and instead cultivate a life of peace and independence, here's how you can start setting up a sustainable, off-grid home using renewable energy and raising animals, crops, love and balance with nature and life. The ideal location for your off-grid escape should offer a few important things. Access to water is key, so look for a location near clean, reliable water sources like streams, rivers, or lakes. Access to water will be crucial not only for survival, but for farming and your renewable energy setup, like water mills or hydroelectric turbines. Land availability matters. You'll want to search for a rural area, either in forests, mountains, or farmland, with limited regulations and low population density. The goal is to avoid heavily governed areas and large population centers. Seclusion is important too. The further away from civilization, the better. You'll want a peaceful place where you can cultivate your land and raise animals and invest in love without interference. Climate is something you really need to consider. Moderate climates are best, but even extreme conditions can work with the right setup. Make sure your region has enough sunlight for solar power or wind conditions for wind turbines if necessary. Harnessing the power of flowing water, like from rivers or streams, can be a really reliable and eco-friendly energy source. A small hydroelectric turbine or a water mill is just ideal if you happen to live near running water. By investing in the right tools and workshop, you can expand your skills and making a part of the system yourself, expanding creativity and life skills. If you're in an area with consistent wind, a small wind turbine could be an excellent supplement to your power needs. And, solar panels are perfect for regions with lots of sunny weather. Even though some areas might have fewer sunny days during the winter, solar power systems can still give you a significant amount of energy, especially when you pair them with wind or water power. You may want to invest in solar batteries to store excess energy generated during those sunny days or windy periods, just to make sure you're always prepared. Building your off-grid house doesn't have to be overwhelming. You can start small and minimalist and build further within your workshop. A tiny house or eco-cabin will give you a self-sufficient, comfortable living space. Consider using natural materials like wood and stone for building. Investing in tools or right partnership, you can build both a house and loyalty trough, love and creation. The lower end would be a basic structure, and the higher end would include more advanced features like insulation and water systems. Water filtration is really important. Install a reliable filtration system to make sure your water is clean and safe to drink. A basic system with UV or ceramic filters will typically cost between $100 to $1,500, depending on the size and complexity. And when it comes to building, look for sustainable off-grid materials such as reclaimed wood, stone, or natural earth materials for construction. They'll help keep your impact on the environment low. To sustain yourself, it's smart to start with crops that are easy to grow and maintain. For vegetables, consider easy-to-grow options like potatoes, beans, tomatoes, and root vegetables. For fruit trees, plant varieties such as apples, pears, or cherries, which can provide long-term sustenance. And don't forget herbs. Grow things like basil, rosemary, and thyme to supplement your meals. Livestock can really make a difference on your homestead. Raise small animals like sheep, goats, chickens, and cows for dairy, eggs, and wool. Here's how you might go about it. Chickens are just fantastic for egg production, and if you add geese, you can have feathers for the pillows and arts and crafts. Housing costs for chickens are usually low, and they can even help with pest control on your land. Now, if you're looking for milk and maybe even cheese, goats are ideal. They don't need a ton of space, and they're pretty hardy animals overall. Cows, for instance, can be a real asset if you want milk, cheese, and other dairy products. Just make sure you've got enough pasture land to accommodate them, alright? Horses can be an invaluable asset in mountain areas, but also make sure that you have enough space to accommodate them and give them proper care. A Bernese Mountain Dog or a similar breed can serve as a reliable companion and protector of your home and animals. These dogs are loyal, intelligent, and strong, which makes them just perfect for a rural, off-grid lifestyle. Plus, they really thrive in cold climates, so they're ideal for mountainous regions or areas with those harsh winters. So, minimalism, right tools, loving partner, and an off-grid farm are true haven. The key really is to live simply and be self-sufficient and protected. This kind of lifestyle, well, it lets you be free from all those societal pressures and manipulations of others. Now, when it comes to community and bartering, even if you're living out in seclusion, you might still need to interact with your neighbors from time to time. If you can, it's a good idea to cultivate relationships with folks nearby for some mutual support, like bartering goods and services, for example, and mutual security system from unwanted visitors that might start escaping the city soon enough. So, land ownership, make sure the land you're looking at isn't part of any protected areas or restricted zones. You might need to dig into local laws and regulations about building and farming just to be sure. When it comes to costs, setting up this off-grid lifestyle will have some upfront expenses, but the long-term benefits like independence, self-reliance, and sustainability are well worth it. Start by researching rural areas that offer access to water and enough space for farming and keeping livestock. Remote spots in the mountains or forested regions are ideal, really. Try to find low-cost land where government interference is minimal, but you still have access to natural resources. And don't forget to plan out your energy systems, solar, wind, water, along with building materials, and your animal husbandry practices. For internet, Starlink is a great option for global coverage, even in remote places. For communication, you'll want a satellite phone for emergencies, and maybe a Garmin InReach for simplicity and peace of mind. Power's important too. Solar panels with batteries are a must, and it's smart to have a backup generator or maybe a wind turbine for extra reliability. For water, a good filtration system ensures you have clean water from just about any source. And if you really want to go the extra mile, a ham radio is great for long-range communication. Living this way lets you escape the manipulations and pressures of society, while getting back to a simpler, more sustainable way of life, with more time to build loving, healthy relationship, and haven respecting Earth. Whether you pick a remote mountain area, a secluded forest, or a quiet countryside, the real key to success is your dedication to self-sufficiency, minimalism, harmony, and staying connected to the natural world, love, and fulfilling the real purpose of life.